Live from downtown Bakersfield, 23 ABC News starts now.
The president declaring a state of emergency due to the coronavirus. The latest on the national response to the virus. Good morning and thanks for joining us here at 23 ABC News on your Saturday morning. We are glad you decided to join us today and hopefully we can bring you some good news. I'm Tori Cooper.
Yes, and I'm Alex Bell, and we have some great news today, you guys. We're going to see much warmer temperatures, and right now we're at 56 degrees already, but we'll be warming up even more throughout the day. But we do have a storm system that is going to be moving in. We'll get to that in just a second, but taking a look at your temperatures right now across the county, Delano at 52, Buttonwillow at 53, Pine Mountain Club all the way at 37. We also have China Lake at 50, Jawbone Canyon at 39, and Ridgecrest at 48. But let's look at your weather headlines because we do have a storm system moving in yet again. You guys, we are going to see some more rain for this week for St. Patrick's Day and for the first day of spring. That cold system will be moving in, some cooler air, gusty winds, and a chance for rain and snow, as I mentioned. But coming up next, I'll let you know when you can expect all that precipitation that's moving into Kern County.
Topping our news this morning, the Kern County Sheriff's Office is investigating an overnight shooting that left one person injured. Now, just before 3 a.m. this morning, officials responded to Irene Street in East Bakersfield for reports of a shooting. According to officials, they found one victim at the scene who was shot in the leg. The victim has non-life-threatening injuries and is expected to survive. But there is no suspect information at this time, and anyone with knowledge of the situation is urged to contact KCSO at 861-3110.
And moving now to the coronavirus, the House has passed a sweeping coronavirus relief package, ensuring Americans protections if they come down with the virus.
Now, this comes as cases of COVID-19 reach more than 2,000 right here in the U.S. and more states confirm new cases. ABC's Marcy Gonzalez has the latest from Los Angeles.
President Trump declaring a national emergency.
Two very big words.
Unveiling his plan to combat the coronavirus outbreak. It includes sending states $50 billion in aid and working with the private sector to set up drive-through testing facilities like this one just outside of New York City.
This will start very quickly, and we'll have the ability to do in the millions over a very, very quick period of time.
There are now 2,600 cases in the U.S., but with many doctors saying they don't have access to enough tests, officials explain it's unclear just how many Americans are actually sick and how long this pandemic will last.
It's unpredictable, but if you look at historically how these things work, it'll likely be anywhere from a few weeks to up to 8 weeks.
Precautions against the virus shuttering schools, with 26 million students now set to stay home. NASCAR and golf's Masters joining nearly every major league sport in postponing or canceling their seasons or championships. Production halted on countless TV shows and movies, and local economies taking an ongoing hit. In Washington state, hotel spending down more than 50%. Restaurants down 30%. Meanwhile, the World Health Organization declaring Europe is now the epicenter of this outbreak. Restrictions on travel to the U.S. from most European countries took effect last night. Americans and green card holders are still allowed to return home, with President Trump saying they will all be screened for the virus. Marcy Gonzalez, ABC News, Los Angeles.
And the latest recommendations from financial experts is stay put. The massive swing in the stock market has been described as panic buying and algorithms making drastic moves. Local experts say if you're properly invested and allocated, you shouldn't be worried.
Is we can't really panic. We can't really make decisions based upon a lot of variables that we have no control over. So the best thing to do, stay put, wait for the dust to settle, and kind of then pay attention to what your allocation looks like and maybe make some modifications at that point, but not at this point.
If people have more.
Justin Leland said we've seen swings like this in 2008, the savings and loan crisis, and says this too shall pass. And speaking of panic buying, we're taking a live look right now at the Winco on Coffee Road. Customers have been lining up this morning in order to buy groceries and supplies.
Now, all this week, we have been showing you empty store shelves in the wake of the spreading coronavirus. Items such as water bottles, hand sanitizers, and toilet paper have been flying off the shelves. Many stores are also taking precautionary steps such as sanitizing the baskets before they hand them to customers. Obviously, we are going to continue to bring you the very latest from these developing situations outside of stores, what's taking place inside of stores, and make sure you check out our website, turn23.com, for all of the latest updates on the events that are canceling. Meanwhile, Bakersfield Mayor Karen County sat down with 23 ABC to share some of the steps the city is already taking during the coronavirus outbreak. The city of Bakersfield announced they will be postponing or canceling non-essential events and gatherings hosted by the city through the end of March. But some services will still be available.
But what we will have available will be the after-school meal program. We want to make sure that our students and our kids receive the nutrition that they should.
Now, Go also said that changes will be made to city council meetings, limiting their length and social interaction to keep the public safe.
Also, with our city council meeting, we're going to have a truncated agenda. The public will still be able to comment if they want to, but then they can also submit comments in writing. That's what we're encouraging people, just to take those steps that would protect all of us, that would protect their families and our community.
Now, the mayor said that all the new measures in place are precautionary and that this is important to remain calm.
Meanwhile, here in Kern County, the Public Health Department says it is currently monitoring 10 people for the coronavirus. That's according to the briefing held on Friday. Public Health spokesperson Michelle Corson said there are still no confirmed cases in the county. Around the state, there are at least 198 confirmed cases and 4 coronavirus-related deaths. Corson said that at this time, local tests are not occurring, but residents who meet the requirements for testing can have their samples submitted to a lab. Quest Diagnostic, Westpac, and ARUP are testing samples through doctor's orders.
Now, concerns and questions about the testing for the virus have been growing since the outbreak began. And Kern County is now looking to address the issue head on. Accelerated urgent care will begin exclusive coronavirus testing at a never before seen used medical facility in Southwest Bakersfield beginning next week. Accelerated urgent care officials announced the new site at a press conference Friday. The facility is located at 212 Coffee Road across from Trader Joe's, according to officials. The 10,000 square foot facility will have a private entrance that will be used specifically for COVID-19 testing. Urgent care officials want to keep coronavirus testing outside of the hospital.
We want to keep people out of the hospital. So we've met with San Joaquin, Memorial, Kern Medical, we've met with their CEOs and Dignity, and they said we would like to do testing outside the hospital. The reason for that is that when coronavirus gets into a hospital, it has the propensity to cause significant medical damage to someone who's already sick. So if you're elderly and you have multiple medical problems, it's going to make you a lot sicker. So they want to keep the coronavirus testing outside of the hospital, so that's why we're here.
Now, officials said that no testing will be provided at any of the other accelerated urgent care locations. It will take 24 to 72 hours to get the test results back, and they ask people that during times like this to self-isolate while they wait for results. Again, there are no confirmed cases of coronavirus right here in Kern County so far.
And the Office of Local Congressman TJ Cox has announced he will host a teletown hall to update Central Valley residents on the spread of the coronavirus next week. On Monday, Cox will be hosting that teletown hall, and joining him will be various doctors and public health experts in the Central Valley who will be able to answer questions about what can be done to stay home and stay safe at school or work. Now, Representative Cox will provide information on the congressional response to the virus and take questions from the teletown hall audience about still what needs to be done. Monday's teletown hall will also be an opportunity for participants to get accurate and reliable information on steps that they can take to stay healthy and, of course, protect their families. The teletown hall will stream live at the website cox.house.gov.
And 23 ABC and the Scripps national team will air a 30-minute special tomorrow night at 6. Coronavirus: The Facts will address important concerns like potential economic impacts, and you will also see what it's like to have the virus and be stuck in quarantine. Coronavirus: The Facts airs right here on 23 ABC tomorrow night at 6. We know you have lots of questions surrounding the coronavirus, so 23 ABC has teamed up with the Adventist Health organization to help you get the facts straight. Join us on Tuesday for a Facebook Live Q&A where experts will answer all of your questions during our live stream coverage. That's happening right here at 23 ABC at 2 p.m. on our 23 ABC Facebook page. And 23 ABC has you covered on all things related to the coronavirus. Again, we have a full list of all the events that have been canceled or postponed, and we'll continue to update that as it grows. Again, visit our website, turner23.com, for all of your latest updates, as well as follow along on our social media platforms.